Hi, it's me, Ingrid INFP, and welcome to Cozy INFP Poetry Corner, or whatever we will call this. I'm going through a book of French poetry that I was reading when I was in primary school, middle school, high school, and going through the poems that have made me feel something, that have touched me, or impacted me in any way. And I read them in French, and then I read them in English, and then I tell you guys what my take on it is. So this one is a good autumn poem. It's by Paul Verlaine, and it's called Chanson d'automne, which is the autumn song, and it was published in 1866. And it's called Les sanglots also. And they made a song about this actually as well. Les sanglots longs des violons de l'automne blessent mon cœur d'une langueur monotone. Tout suffocant et blême, quand sonne l'heure, je me souviens des jours anciens et je pleure. Et je m'en vais au vent mauvais qui m'emporte deçà, delà, pareil à la feuille morte. So that's the French version. Autumn song. With long sobs, the violins of autumn wound my heart with languorous monotony, all choking and pale when the hour sounds. I remember departed days, and I weep. And I go where ill winds blow, buffeted to and fro, like a dead leaf. And the way that the poem is structured is that it changes line very often, so it looks like an autumn leaf falling. And also it looks like the, what do they call it in English? The long sobs of the violins of autumn. So it looks like rain. So I like the fact that, first of all, I like poems that look like the form on the paper, the way that it's formatted matches what the poem is about. That's why I like Apollinaire, because he made poems that looked a certain way to match what he was talking about. And so I like the fact that the focus is on just autumn things, and like it's so dramatic, even though it's so simple. He's talking about the long sobs of the violins of autumn that wound my heart with languorous monotony. So it's like the contrast between the monotony of the rain in autumn and the deep, wounding sadness. And so he has nostalgia and he cries. But everything is said in such a short and simple manner that it seems like he doesn't care, but he's actually crying. And he leaves, and he's like floating in the wind. And he goes this way, that way, just like a dead leaf. And it's like, is he happy about that? I don't know. Is he comparing himself to a dead leaf? Yeah, that's pretty sad. But it's also something beautiful about it. Like he's floating around and he can allow himself to feel such deep like pain in his heart because it is autumn, because it is raining. And and because like the leaves are falling, he can feel himself falling like the leaves. That's a big thing in romantic poetry, is that the setting looks like what the poet is feeling inside. So here the autumn weather is reflecting his sadness, which is like the oldest trick in the book, but he was one of the first ones doing it, I guess, because he was part of the romantic movement. You'll see Baudelaire do a lot of that too, where he uses the setting to describe what's inside his heart. And sometimes I feel that way when I see so much rain like it's doing right now. I feel like I can access certain emotions when there's certain weather or when I'm in certain settings that were maybe locked behind another door if I wasn't there. So when I read this the first time, I was in primary school. I must have been around 7 years old. And what's good about this poem is that it is so simple. And like, even me at 7 years old, I was like, oh my God, I relate to this so much. I was like, the long sobs of like autumn. I guess I was an old soul when I was a kid. It's just, it really captures the feeling of walking around in the rain in autumn, more than any other poem I know. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Do you have a favorite poem? Do you have a poem about autumn? Tell me what you guys think. Have a great day.